It's time now for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock visit is late Wednesday night, April 6, 2016. Good evening, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins. I am late night 11 o'clock news and line tonight. Top story at 11 is Donald J. Trump spoke Wednesday at a campaign rally in Grumman Studios in Bethpage on Long Island as Donald Trump rivals home on New York opened and bruised him. Attorneys for former U.S. Talk Speaker and Illinois Republican Dennis Hastert on Wednesday asked a federal judge to sentence Clark to a term of probation, saying he was in poor health and already front-chained by the criminal case against him. Newtown, Connecticut, a teacher was arrested on Wednesday on bringing a gun to the town's middle school police at the 46-year-old teacher, Jason Adams, on a valid pistol permit by the Connecticut state law prohibits possession of firearm on school property. Lady Latz, the owner of the farm, with a 15-foot, 800-pound beast, have been second-hand skeleton says he has part of finally shot and killed the creature on Saturday. While Donald Trump turns to heated companies that has been moving and manufactured outside of the country, his own daughter's Scott collection is under fire for being recalled over a burn risk. Reykjavik, Iceland. Iceland's government named the new prime minister and called for early elections in an autumn on Wednesday, a day after Prime Minister Sigmundur David Gudlaugsson quit to become the first global politician brought down by the Panama. Despite a growing reputation and death penalty by governments around the world, at least 1,034 people were executed last year, the highest total in the quarter century, Amnesty International said. Wednesday, the annual report on capital punishment. A new round of the United Nations sanctions on North Korea has a lot of loopholes that China's only enforcement of those that hit on Pyongyang's weapons-making capabilities. France's parliament passed a law on Wednesday to make it illegal to pay for sex offenders may be fined to €3,750 or about $4,300 for credit to attend classes about the conditions of sex workers. San Francisco, the University of California, Berkeley released new records that reveal 12 staff members violated the school's sexual misconduct policy over the past 5 years, bringing in number of employees that involved such cases. A 9-year-old war reporter who wrote a suspected murder in their small Pennsylvania town and defended himself that some locals last judged by a young girl covering violent crimes. A San Antonio school police officers under investigation after video shows them slamming a 12-year-old girl in the face. The 33-second clip uploaded on Tuesday shows a San Antonio Independent School District police officer struggling with genocide. It starts like a joke. Governor Wick Scott walked in a Gainesville Starbucks, but one patron wasn't left, and Scott stepped in the coffee chamber a cup Tuesday after trying to recently opened a factory and headquarters of Bar Pharmaceutical. Rehoboth, Skip Finance was elected a new chairman of the board of selectmen on Tuesday. Jerry Schwab will serve as vice chairman, and Sue Pimentel will serve as clerk. Also, the meeting, Frank Gouveia was appointed as a constable. To celebrate National Library Week, the Seacop Public Library cardholders and invited trade non-perishable items of food will reduce or paid off fines. Foxburg, Kathleen Davis McDonough has been hired as an assistant principal at Foxborough High School, found the position left vacant by the death of Joe Hanracker. North Attleboro, burning down your home is bad enough. Getting hit with a product on the top of that is an insult to injury. As Boston, woman charged with stealing a checkbook from a trash bin. A man burned out of it is right out on home. Massachusetts. House passed a compromise on energy bill Wednesday, but the environment said it falls short of what is needed. North Attleboro, Tuesday's election results in complicated desire for change that so much from candidates on the ballot for on-white roads must be relieved that no change will be roads with the spots. The start of April might feel like winter never ended, but March brought early spring like weather that every resident touch over our coast and populated saturated winter tire snow shovels. And out in Wheaton College here in Naughton, on the softball field at Clark Field, I saw Wheaton softball coach Rachel Powers and Paul Bergoglio is the coach, clearing out and cleaning up the snow that was on the softball field. Boston, Governor Charlie Baker said that Las Vegas is speaking of weekend event will feature several top conservative leaders and a controversial Texas minister. Baker, Republican, is scheduled to attend the Republican Jewish Coalition Spring Leadership Meeting. His office he will leave Massachusetts Friday night and return on Sunday. The RJC website said Texas Senator GOP presidential hopeful Ted Cruz also said speaking along with the Florida Governor Rick Scott and Wisconsin Governor Scott Walker, all Republicans. Boston, renewable energy advocates support a compromise solar energy bill because it will be headed to a Republican Governor Charlie Baker's desk, but say that's a short-term fix. President Obama has kept it to stop American companies from headed overseas to avoid U.S. taxes scored its biggest win in yet on Wednesday when pharmaceutical giant Pfizer caught up $160 billion merger with the Denver-based Algen. Fiat Chrysler Automobiles Energy is scheduled to shift as its Sterling Heights assembly plant near Detroit and place in roughly 1,420 production workers facility and support an assembly plant on indefinite layoffs. A new chairman will be elected next month as McDonald's said on Wednesday that its longtime chairman Andrew McKenna will step down from the hamburger chain's board after next month's annual shareholders meeting. Boston renewable energy advocates are offering lukewarm support to the compromise solar energy bill to be headed Republican Governor Charlie Baker's desk. Take look stocks now at 112.73 points at 17,716.05. SP 5 up 49 points at 266.66 and Nasdaq up 36.70 points at 4,920.71. Scientists symptom about the rare astrophysical signatures in Earth's crust beneath the sea have found a signal from the heavens, evidence of nearby supernova explosion in just the last few million years. Scientists were expected to find a supermassive black hole in the very size galaxy, and they now might have to retake the models. Nature World heard success for the Grand Canyon and Great Barrier Reef to Swiss South provide local communities with natural resources and jobs. It's potentially fatal disease whose risk in many cases would be prevented by lifestyle measures so wide that diabetes seen a massive increase in sufferers. Now that the White House has surrendered to the Republican Congress, they're taking $500 million from our reporters to fight the Zika virus. Here are some things you don't know about the mosquito-borne illness. Chicago rain scans of 23 Brazilian infants with a birth defect microcellulite showed widespread severe abnormalities suggesting that the Zika may have could invade fellow nerve cells and interrupt brain development. If you are a fan of fat-free dairy options, there's some good news that recently published that found that a full-fat dairy like whole milk is associated with a lower risk of diabetes. Okay, take a look at New England Peninsula. It's a working fire at 670 Lexington Street in Waltham 3 hours ago. As crews were originally dispatched for the chimney fire command now. Requested a working fire as simulation for a possible step to the residential structure. And Dedham, Massachusetts, truant says WF on Bridge Street and second alarm fire on Country Club Road. Peter Challenger's on 11:07 p.m. on this late Wednesday night, and it is time now for a travel report. Let's study up down in Rhode Island, where it's 95 on the southbound side. It's a little slow from 146 all the way up to 6 acre, but otherwise, highways and byways Rhode Island looking good in on 130 on the eastbound side. A little slow before the Newport Bridge. Mass back on the westbound side, a little slow from South Boston all the way to the Austin Brad Tolls. Mass back on the eastbound side, so from Southeastern Expressway all the way up to the Logan Airport. But otherwise, Eastern Massachusetts highways are looking good. Highways in Worcester are looking good. 91 on the northbound side, a little slow on the Mass Pike, 391 on the northbound side, a little slow on the Holyoke stretch. Down in Connecticut, 91 on the southbound side, slow from Rocky all the way out to Middletown. 91 on the northbound side, a little slow on Route 17 in North Haven, Connecticut. 95 on the northbound side, a little slow on the Bridgeport stretch. 95 on the northbound side, so from Old Saybrook to before 395. New London, 95 on the southbound side, due to slow around the Old Saybrook stretch. Highways in Vermont are looking good at 799 on the northbound side, a little slow. North of Burlington, I-87 on the southbound side, slow. For Canadian border down to Plattsburgh, main turn back on the eastbound side, northbound side, it did slow. From Auburn Lucerne out to Augusta, 295 on the eastbound side, it is slow. Before 95 and the main turnpike in Augusta, and 295 on the southbound side, a little slow at Route 95 and Augusta around the main turnpike, and 95 on the northbound side, a little slow at the Augusta stretch, just before Waterville, 95 on the northbound side, a little slow on Route 7 in Bangor, Maine, and all the highways and byways around Montreal are slow go. I-80 on the westbound side, it is slow after the New York State Thruway. And all highways in New Hampshire are looking good out in New York City. Long Expressway on both ends of Midtown Tunnel, a little bit slow. Lincoln Tunnel on the westbound side, a little slow. FDR Drive on the southbound side, a little slow from Holland Tunnel to the Lower Manhattan. Long special on the eastbound side, it's slow after 678. Long special westbound side, slow after 678 on the westbound side. FDR Drive is slow from Midtown Manhattan all the way to Harlem. FDR West Side Highway in the northbound side, slow from Manhattan all the way to Upper Manhattan. 95 in the northbound side, a little slow before the George Washington Bridge. New Jersey Turnpike is looking good from New York to Delaware. Garden State Parkway is looking good from New York all the way to Cape May. Highways and byways of Maryland and DC are looking good, except on 395 in the northbound side, a little surrounding Washington and Capitol. Highways in Pennsylvania are looking good. Pennsylvania traffic is looking good from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh. I-8 is looking good from New York all the way at to Cleveland. And New York State 3 is looking good from New York to the Pennsylvania border. And 190 on the southbound side, also after Niagara Falls. Okay, look at MBTA alerts. Green Line defense position minor delays to disabled train at Riverside. And the Caberry Rail and the ferries, they are looking good. Peter Chell News Times now 11:11 on this late Wednesday, and it is time now for a weather report. And for tonight, go like this. A chance of showers overnight, May after 4 a.m. Cloud skies low about 36 degrees. South wind about 11 miles an hour with a gust of 23 miles an hour. Touch rate to 30%. Thursday, a chance of showers and thunderstorms and showers and possibly a thunderstorm after 10 a.m. Some storms produce heavy rainfall, 157 degrees. It's up about 10 to 60 miles gust size, 38 miles an hour. Touch rate to 9%. New rain from about 3.5 to 3/4 inches possible. Thursday night, showers possibly a thunderstorm before midnight, and a chance of showers out will have 43 degrees. It breeze to the southwest about 17 to 22 miles, increase to 7 to 12 miles after midnight. Chance rate is 8%. New Brisbane to 3/4 inch possible. Friday, slight chance of showers before 8 a.m. Then slight chance of showers after 9 a.m. Parts of the about 53 degrees at southwest wind about 8 to 50 miles gust size, 28 miles an hour. Chance rate is 20%. Friday night, Park gust about 34 degrees, west about 69 miles an hour. Saturday, chance rain in the afternoon. Parts gust about 47 degrees at chance rate is 30%. Saturday night, at chance rain before 10 p.m. Then chance of storm between 10 p.m. and 4 a.m. Punch back after 10 p.m. more. Most gusts got about 28 degrees at chance rate 40%. Sunday, most of the podcast got about 41, about 29 degrees. Monday, podcast got at chance of showers. How about 49, about 42 degrees at chance rate 30%. Tuesday, showers like the most gusts got about 61, about 43 degrees. And for chance rate 6%. And Wednesday, most gusts got about 55 degrees. Currently at Naughton, it's 43 and overcast, humidity 63%. That is going to be it for the Peter Channel. 11 o'clock news at the late. Wednesday, April 6th, 2016. Good night. I'll see you tomorrow morning with more report. Good night.